big deal.
Really?
People know me.
What is up, everybody? This is Nick Marty with Bearded Bites and Breakdowns. Hey, listen, this is my co-host, Coach Ant. What is up, man?
What's up, Nick? What's up?
Not much, man. It's been a little bit. How you been?
Good, man. Good. I can't complain. You know, we got a lot going on.
Yeah, we do. Listen, I was on Pinellas podcast earlier, trying to plug the show, plugged a couple food spots. They brought up a good question. What is a sport? What's a sport? What do you consider a sport? Like they were saying, oh, like back in the 90s, we used to say NASCAR is not a sport. And I say, if it don't have defense, it ain't a sport. It's more of a hobby if you do like bowling or something, you know what I mean? So what's your opinion on that?
I mean, I don't know. Okay. That got me. That was good.
Yeah, it was.
I think sport could be a lot of different things.
Yeah.
I think nowadays people have a lot of what some of us will call quirky little things, but then they'd probably look at us and say, the way you follow football is like that.
Mm-hmm.
So people can find and create sport out of so many different things. It's almost like art. It's something you could create competition almost anywhere.
Yeah. I mean, to me, it's one of those things where it's like, hey, you make it, you're going, hey, listen, not a knock on any cheerleaders. You know me, I was a cheerleader supporter, but they don't have defense, man. Like to me, cheerleader is not a sport no way. I mean, it's a aerobic. You got to be athletic and everything, but to me, it's not really much of a sport. Not trying to take them their athletic ability away, but just saying, like, I don't think it's a sport. I don't
Hey,
think
Nick, your mic's a little bit distorted.
Okay, can you hear me now?
No, I could hear you. I don't know if that's just maybe on my end.
Okay, how about now?
Hold on, let me see if I come back in if it'll sound the same.
Okay. Sorry about this, everybody. This is what happens. You move stuff around all the time, and it just, it is what it is. Maybe it was just bad connection on Ant. We'll see. Anyways, back to what I was about to say though was about Dustin, give me a thumbs up if you hear me good. Let's see if he gives me a thumbs up or not. Good? No? We'll see. All right, good. All right. So, anyways, back to what I was saying. I said, bowling's not a sport; it's a hobby. When it comes to like golf is a difficult game. But
see, bowling's just a hobby to you, maybe because you ain't no good at it.
No, I'm all right. I'm not crazy, but I'm not the best. But to me, like, what's the defense on it though? You know what I mean? So it's one of those things.
Sometimes the best defense is a good offense, Coach. You already know that.
Yes, I do. You got a good point, Ant. So, two topics I want to bring up real quick. Listen, they voted today about the farmland over there in Homosassa. We're gonna bring this up real quick. Let me add this to it. Contract canceled. Betts Farm contract. It's canceled. It got canceled. It got voted 4-1. So this might be great news for us for the sports complex to get finally built. What's your
I
take?
don't think that's great news for the sports complex.
No,
Uh,
I thought it
I
was
mean,
good news from what I was reading.
well, I mean, from my understanding, and I'm very naive to politics and how these things go, so I could
Mhm.
be talking out of my neck, right?
Yeah.
Um, if it's a strange situation because if a developer had already signed a contract, if we're in contract,
Hmm.
we're in contract. How do you then turn around after whatever finances or whatever's going on behind the scenes? None of that's my business.
Yeah.
Um, but you're basically reneging on the contract, and so it's tough to say that just really logistics wise, right? It's
Hmm.
tough to think that that developer, and that's a well-known developer, uh I've been knowing those some of their family a long time, you know what I'm saying? And
Yeah. Well, I mean, do you think we might have some legs on this? You think that
well, the reason I
possibly?
think it's tough is because this right here. If someone had, okay, so say you have a property
Hmm.
and I'm gonna buy this property and we've reached the agreement and
Yeah.
I've reached the agreement. We're in good standing. Um, and I'm going to bring what amounts to somewhat of a industry, not industry, but if they were going to develop it, whether they build apartments or houses or however it goes, all that makes the county lots and lots of money between impact fee,
Hmm.
and different things that'll go on, um,
Like property
taxes.
tax and all that. Yeah.
Yeah, it's just
Yeah.
millions of dollars a year, or even in a lump sum. You say, you never know how fast it all goes, right? And
Hmm.
then you say you're gonna tell them no when they're funding all that to come back in, as opposed to building a facility that will then cost us millions of dollars to run.
Yeah.
Even if not a year, I mean, it'll cost some money.
Hmm. So, all right. So I'm going to. I want you to go ahead. We'll talk more about that topic. Down the road and everything. It's just it seems like kind of a win in a way, but we'll see. We'll see how it goes. We'll see how it plays out. Right. All right.
Yeah, now how things usually happen. How
Yeah.
things usually happen is a lot of times you get your heart set on something, and
Hmm.
for whatever reason, the bureaucracy of it kind of that doesn't happen. But then that's because God has something better in store, right?
Yeah.
So, it's just a wait and see thing right now.
Okay. All right. So I want you to introduce our next guest, um, if you can. So go ahead and tell us who we bringing on here.
Okay, we're bringing on a coach at a new organization, the Calusa Reapers.
Okay.
Uh, a buddy of mine, our kids played together on 8U this season. We had a
Mhm.
pretty good year. pretty good year. We lost in the first round of the playoffs, but we had maybe 3 8-year-olds and all 7-year-olds. They put up a good fight, but bring him on in, man. I'm gonna let him introduce himself.
All right. Hey, how's it going, Derek?
Hey, good man. How y'all doing? I'm Dustin. This is Casey.
Oh, sorry. Dustin, my bad.
Hey, Dustin,
Oh,
how
yeah,
you
no
doing,
worries.
man?
What up, man? Good to see you.
Good to see you too, man.
Doing good, bro. Doing good. Yeah, man. Just finishing up practice here. We're almost done with our spring season. First spring season in the books, and it was a doozy.
How
A
y'all
doozy.
doing down there in spring?
We did exactly what I expected it to be. We lost with, well, my 8U's 1-4 right now, and essentially, my expectations were not winning games going into this out of any of my teams. My expectations were, I'm going to take you, we're going to build you, we're going to develop, and by the time you're done with this season, you will say you're better, and we're there. And that's exactly what I wanted out of my spring season. So rolling into fall, these boys know what they need to work on, and they're ready to smack. And you can ask anybody, any of my players on any level, did they get better? And their answer is going to be yes. And that's my goal.
Let's jump into it then. So Coach, what inspired you? What inspired you to start this up? Start the Calusa Reapers.
Okay.
So Spring Hill.
All right. So playing in Spring Hill was a big factor. Loved what y'all are doing up there, bro. Anybody that I know that is up in that area, I send them to Spring Hill. Got nothing but mad love for them guys up there. But seeing that culture, seeing the parents behind it, the parents buy in, the kids buy in. The biggest thing that stood out for me, outside of development, which we all want out of youth football or youth sport in general, them kids never came off that field with their head down, bro. Never. Them kids didn't know what the score was. Very rarely. They didn't know if they lost or won. They know if they played bad, which you better know if you played bad. They know if they played good. They know if they knew if they played good. But they never held that on their shoulders, which stood out because we come from a culture in Southwest Florida to where it's win, 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 win. And you know, Pop Warner's huge in our area. We are our area within a 50-mile radius is all organizations that have been around for 20 to 50 years, you know, and that's what that life is just win, win, win. What do we do about to win? And what comes with that is we're only going to work with 7 dogs. Doesn't matter about the 20 other ones that we got on the roster. We're only going to work with the ones that we know will win. And
so is that part of a problem or maybe an issue you were trying to solve when you started it all up?
oh, 100%. 100%. So when I saw that at Spring Hill, I knew I was going back to Spring Hill. Okay. Then that season ended and we left ecstatic. My son came from a beat up world of football and got over the adversity of getting on a field, not knowing anybody, not knowing a position or anything,
Not knowing the plays, nothing.
and walked off that field with a smile. And that was huge. You know what I mean? So
Versus wanting to quit football altogether before
Right.
we moved to Spring
the
Hill.
only part that we struggled with was the travel. You know, 4 hours there, 4 hours home on a Saturday is a lot.
So Dustin, hold on. So Nick doesn't even know that part. Nick.
Yeah, Dustin, you listen. Hey, listen. I love the spunk, man. The energy. Introduce yourself and the missus, and tell us where you're located because not.
Oh shoot, yeah.
Look,
That's my bad.
Listen, you act like you on the phone with Ant right now, and like you were like
No,
chopping it
sorry.
up, and I'm like,
yeah,
man, I'm like, I
Florida-
like this guy, but he working really fast right now. You gotta slow it down a little bit.
Florida's
where
a
you're
big
from.
place. We're
Yeah.
located in Fort Myers, Florida.
Okay.
All right, so our home base is Fort Myers.
Mhm.
So they was driving up, Nick, every week,
Every
Yeah.
week.
playing with
Every-
the home team.
Okay.
every week,
Now-
and
We did not attend practices, and that was probably another really big factor in why we wanted to start our own thing. We did not want to go back to Pop Warner and all of that mess, but our son really was missing the practices with the team. That's an element of it that he really needed. I
Now-
think Marshall did a really good job of integrating him and letting him like figuring out how to get him in the field and in the game on Saturdays. But the team element was still missing for him, and it just wasn't possible for us to be there during the week.
Now,
I,
let me ask you
I
this.
understand that. I'm sorry to cut you off, Nick, but I understand just what you're saying, boss lady, because being up here and having practice up here, we had our boys. We'd have Marshall send us, plays, what you want us to do or work on, and they practice with us, and
right.
it's one reason why, all of us kind of were looking like, man, they were young and small, but we probably could have. But, I give Marshall so much credit. And I'm going to shout out Marshall again, Coach O'Brien.
Yeah,
Nobody,
for sure.
I don't know anybody who's ever done that before. And,
No, man, that's a young. That you can call that team a 7U squad
Yeah.
that just
absolutely.
competed against 8U, 9U players and gave it hell.
Well, and you're familiar with Oliver, with our son, but everybody else isn't. He's very small. He very often gets overlooked and is not given the opportunity to really show who he is and what he can do.
Well,
And that
we
was
say
another thing
Ollie's
we
the
really
big
liked.
one.
Yeah,
We say Ollie's the big one, not the
Yeah.
little one. Yeah.
Ant's the one that gave him lockdown Ollie because Ollie was
Yes,
on an
sir.
island, but you would not throw a ball on Ollie, and if you ran to Ollie's side, you weren't getting very far.
But that's what we wanted. We
But-
wanted to bring that here. We wanted to take all those kids like our son who get overlooked, who don't get the development. They're not really given the opportunity to become an athlete because they're not instant athletes. They're not like born superstars. And even my son is very athletic naturally, but we wanted something here to take those boys and coach them up and help them, figure out who they are and give them the confidence to do what Ollie did. Because if Ollie would have stayed here, that probably would have been his last fall season.
Yeah, and he loves football.
So let me
Yeah.
let me ask you this, because I know me and Ant have come from the Pop Warner side of things and all that. What was your experience with Pop Warner?
Politics are terrible. Okay, daddy ball, terrible.
Mm-hmm.
As in, I'm gonna pick my 7-8 kids, and these are the only ones that are gonna get work. And
Mhm.
why in the world do I need to have a roster of 35 to 46-year-old, 8-year-old kids?
It's crazy.
That's the only thing that I can think of is it's a money grab. 100%.
I don't know. I don't know if you've been watching the shows, but this is only my opinion. That Ant has nothing to do with this. So if you're gonna sue somebody, sue me. Not saying that to go ahead and sue me, but I think it's a pyramid scheme.
100%.
I feel like it's a pyramid scheme. Ant, don't shake your head. Listen, I just feel like the top gets rich and the bottom, has to pick through the bones and all that, and it's not right.
Yeah.
It's not right.
Well, you said
I'm sorry to cut you off. Now I'm gonna give you one.
sorry.
At the national level, I absolutely don't agree with a team that has competed all year and earned the
Yes.
chance to win,
Mhm.
having really to pay much of anything, let alone a community having to chip in wherever it comes from,
Or they
$20,000,
lose their spot.
$30,000.
Yeah.
That's ridiculous.
That's ridiculous.
Well, and if
bro.
they don't raise the money, if the community can't fork out that 30 grand, they don't
They
go.
don't go.
The next team, the first team that makes the money goes. So what are we playing
So
for at that point?
that is the next thing I was gonna say is it's the pay to play aspect.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter the effort you're going to put in.
Mm-hmm.
So I could take 35 and 40 kids, right? And I can
Mhm.
collect all that money, which is roughly $250 to $350 per kid, and maybe get through 10 to 15 of them, like true development. True
Right.
development we're talking about.
Rest are NPR kids.
The
No,
rest
I'm gonna
plays
tell
sixth
you.
place.
I'm gonna tell you. I think because in recent years we've had a lot of talk about how many players you need on a team, what number to cut it off at, and as Nick will tell you, y'all saw with our team this year, right?
Yeah.
We
Yeah.
keep a lot. We're gonna push it because right now, I think we're in a place where, with how the state has grown so much in population over the last 6 years, 7 years, as much as we were the football state and we had bunches of teams, we didn't have enough.
Mm-hmm.
And now, there's so many kids that don't play and don't
Mhm.
even necessarily get, like you said, even an attempt really to get at it, because a person could easily fill a team up and take that team up all the way through.
Right.
I think you
Plus-
guys though would be the exception there, not the rule. Most coaching staffs don't have the ability to develop that number of players. Most coaches are there, they're looking at what'd your season look like last year, and that's the team I want to be at. I agree that you definitely want to take as many kids as you can, but that's another issue that we have down here with Pop Warner is they really make it so hard. We've run into a roadblock, if not people directly emailing Parks and Rec to not let us have a field. They make it so hard for new teams to pop up, and then you've got 40 kids on this wait list and 35 on this wait list and 50 over here on the wait list. Those kids don't even make it off the wait list, and
Right.
you can't form a new team because everybody's working against you because
Right.
it's a business. Everybody's got to be Pop Warner.
Yeah.
Well, especially down there though, like
Mhm.
I'm surprised Pop Warner survives down there, because the fact is like there, you got the South Florida, all those South Florida teams, they're embedded in Broward and Dade and stuff down there,
Mhm.
where they they've been established for, like you guys said, a very long time. I'm a little shocked that Pop Warner's still alive down there, to be honest with you.
Yeah. Well,
You
the
know?
only reason it's survived in our area only for so long is because it's been handed down through generations and generations, and there's a lot of money to keep that alive. So you
Yeah.
got Grandpa donating the big amounts of money as a sponsor, so it
Mhm.
keeps it alive. So it doesn't matter if you sink, you're not, there's no sink or swim
Yeah.
when
Yeah.
you're just swimming, you know. Whereas you get somebody small, like a small true organization, as if like Calusa Reapers
Mhm.
or these smaller organizations, man, I'm taking the money out of my bank account to make
Mhm.
this
Yeah.
work. I'm your kids playing with me out of my bank account.
Mhm.
And if I'm paying for your kid to play, we're gonna work.
Mhm.
Where there's not, oh well, let me just go get a bottle of water for you and you could sit on the sideline. No. Everybody has a job to do.
Well,
And everybody's gonna learn that job. And this time next year, you're gonna be better at that job than when you started.
but
Mhm.
even aside from that, just to get where we are now, I had to email 40 something people every single day for weeks before I got a tiny little field in a cul-de-sac tucked away in a neighborhood for us to practice at.
Right.
I mean, they work really hard to lock you out, and that's why Pop Warner has the market, because nobody else, most people, one, aren't going to spend the money to go up against it, and they're just not going to keep going and going and going. I just happened to homeschool my kids and I got nothing but time, so I was going to
Yeah.
make it happen.
Yeah, we made it.
Hey,
We're
okay,
making it
so
happen.
what does the name Reapers mean to you, and what do you want it to represent in the community?
You want to answer that or you want me to answer
You
that?
can.
So essentially, Calusa is a native tribe of Fort Myers, going way back. We didn't want Fort Myers. We didn't want, there's too many names that associate with Fort Myers around us and Venice around us. We wanted Calusa, which is different. And then Reapers essentially is reap what you sow, reap what you put into it.
Hmm.
But
That's
also, we're coming for you. The Reaper
but
gets everybody.
the Reaper's gonna get you.
Yes, sir.
Eventually. It ain't happening this spring, I'll tell you that.
But we will.
It's getting there. It's getting there, but I mean, that's what we were talking about initially is reap what you sow. You're gonna get what you put into it.
Mhm.
So, what was the moment that you realized that it could be more than just a team?
Oh my gosh. Okay, so I just happened to be practicing in the backyard with Ollie. Okay. Just messing around. And Donovan with Florida Premier called me just randomly because I've stayed in touch with him throughout my coaching career. And he thought I was still with the Knights.
Which is a Pop Warner
With
team.
Pop Warner, sorry, yeah, which is a Pop Warner team. And he's like, hey, let's host a tournament down in Fort Myers. Try to get, some elite word down there, premier word down there, different organizations down there. I said, well, I'm no longer with Knights. We're doing our own thing with Spring Hill. Spring Hill, that's one of my teams. Me and Reed, they're under me. I said, yeah, man, we've been doing that. It's like, man, you're doing all that driving. Let's get together and just talk about this. And you could practice in your backyard and have the organization. And that's when it clicked of we have um the guts to do it. We have the bones to do it. We could do this under Calusa Reapers. Instead of just training
Mhm.
and then playing for somebody else, we could do this as an established organization. And that's when it clicked. I mean, literally, that night, we were up till 4 a.m. that night, pushing ideas, pushing ideas. How can we make this happen? The next day, we had the paperwork done, submitted, ready to rock and roll. And that started in October.
Mhm.
And by November, we were submitting the paperwork to Florida Premier to be in their spring league.
And at that point, we had like 5 kids
Yeah.
that we knew were going to be with us. So we started, we did speed and agility camps in November and December. I think we did like 6 of them. By the end of that, we'd worked our way up to about 25 kids. And so we rolled into our first spring season, and that was a struggle. We were filled up with kids that really didn't get any playing time. And we just started
Oh yeah.
we just kept chugging along. I think we finally are just now to the point where it's starting to feel like, okay, this is going to be a real thing that's going to stick around more than just an 8U, more than just 1 or 2 teams. Like we're really starting to pick up steam. Our kids are really starting to see the development in themselves.
Yeah.
I mean, we lost last weekend, but our bigger kids, especially who have really made a lot of development, they're finally starting to realize, like, oh, well, you know what? We lost because we gave up on ourselves because we could have beat that team. We're not the underdogs. We had a team that mercy ruled us in a scrimmage before the season started, beat us like 45-0.
Yeah.
And then the second when they played them in the spring season, they only beat us by 1 touchdown.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
Which is huge.
Yeah.
Man, I screamed my voice all out. I couldn't talk for like 3 days. I was going
Been there.
ham.
Been there.
And that I submitted the paperwork with Florida Premier just to have an 8U.
Mhm.
I knew I could produce 8U players that will go to battle together.
Mhm.
Let's do this. Which a lot of the reason why I trained my son and a few other players personally is because the way they do spring here in Pop Warner is you play the same teams over and over and over. And I'm sorry, but that's not development. And another huge scenario I'll give you real quick of when this all clicked is I started coaching at one of the high schools here.
Mhm.
I was a JV scout coach, and all I did was look at new players and put them into 6-quarter varsity. That's all I did. Okay. I cannot tell you how many kids I got there that didn't know inside, outside, what shoulder to hit, what shoulder to lead with, where do your eyes go? The list goes on and on
The
of
fundamentals.
fundamental football. Not only that, fundamental sports, because soccer, football, lacrosse, hockey, all those contact sports are pretty much the same. when you look at the contact sport of it, where your eyes
Yeah.
go, all that stuff. And I said, the only thing I could think of why this happens in our area is because everybody stacks these teams around us in Pop Warner world, and you guys are just worried about national championships. What about this kid in high school
Mhm.
when it matters,
It's
right?
not. It's not. Let me interrupt for a sec. It's not just your area. It's all over, man. It's all over. In fact, we had Jordan Aquando on. He's flag football flag football player for Team USA, and he was talking about development and everything with coaches that don't even know how to do flag and all that. And I told him, I said, you should do tutorial videos, because
Yeah,
not everybody knows how to play the game and stuff. Not everybody played the game. Just like tackle football, listen, it's so easy. I can do it, certified, all those classes and everything like that for Pop Warner. But let me put it this way: it takes a unique and special individuals when it comes to being a coach and putting in the time and developing everybody, because you go ahead and develop all the talent you want.
Mhm.
Talent's there, but I'm going to tell you right now, we just had Marcus Ogden on, and he talked about how his brother Jonathan, who's in the Pro Football Hall of Fame, literally sat there and told me he's like Jonathan had better coaching than he did. When he was in all the way from middle school on up, he had better coaches and everything like that. Marcus said, he goes, I didn't have the coaching like Jonathan did, but he had his older brother, he had his dad who used to play for Howard and all that. So,
yeah,
to me, like, coaching is a factor. And I've said this, for probably since I was, leaving high school, because my ex high school coach is John Wilkinson. Coach John Wilkinson, his dad's in the the Florida Hall of Fame for coaching. Coach Wilkinson's going to be in the
oh
high
yeah,
school Hall of Fame,
yeah,
because he coaches over at New Smyrna. He was at Cocoa, and everything like that, and he won 5 state championships with Cocoa, and won it with Chauncey Gardner and Taylor and everything like that went to the Gators. So
right.
when it comes to coaching, I do believe I agree with you on that, Ant. Me and you can agree on that. But I do agree. I agree that the coaching matters when it comes to developing kids,
Oh
and
yeah,
it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter who they are. You have to spend time with every single kid, because if not, you're doing an injustice to your team and to
Mhm.
those kids that are on your team. You
right.
know,
Well,
Well,
and
yeah, and you're teaching real world experience through sports.
right.
yeah,
And we're holding ourselves accountable to that too. One thing that we do differently than pretty much anybody else that I'm aware of, we track our stats. We do combine stats at the beginning of our season. We log everything. We update our combine stats at the end so that we can track, and we know that all of our players are developing
Yep.
because we can see the
Ooh, I
numbers.
like that.
Yeah, and
I
all
like
of
that.
our and you know what it's really well, I didn't even think about this, but when we started doing it, what it clicked to me, your linemen, dude, the linemen. What we got these linemen that when I first got these kids, they couldn't pick their feet up. They would trip over the grass underneath them. And I started working agility, speed, form with them. That's it. Just regular technique, not football,
How to
just
run.
regular running techniques.
Mhm.
And those kids' combine stats at the first combine were super slow because that nobody's ever taught them this. And we're talking 12, 13, 14-year olds that should know these things by now. Those kids are now fast or faster than some of the running backs that I have.
mhm.
Like they move
And they're huge.
and they're big. So like, all right, so now we're just not sticking you on the line. You're a fullback because you are 230 pounds that can move. Get
Mhm.
me 5-10 yards and let's see if you can get to the end zone.
Well,
Like, and that
Man,
is
coach,
special. That's special.
coach,
Mhm.
and our
man.
boys can see it.
Yeah,
Sometimes
it's all live.
it's hard for them to really be able to see their own progress, especially the the kids that are not the superstars, not the running back, not the wide receiver, not the quarterback. Sometimes they have a really hard time grabbing onto that and seeing that I really have made progress all this year, even though I'm just blocking the
You
stats and letting them see this is how much faster you are now. This is how much your broad jump has improved. Like this is you've improved in every area, even positions that don't belong to you. You know, nobody usually cares about you being fast, but you're progressing as an athlete and that's going to carry over and they buy so much into that. They work harder and harder and harder because they can see it on their own.
Yeah.
They can see it.
just
I
a
think
suggestion.
I think
Just a
I think
suggestion
that's
to you.
nice. Now that's a wrinkle right there. I like.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Just a suggestion to
Now
you.
what
Though.
do you want? What do you want the first thing when a person hears Reaper football? What do you want the first thing to come to their mind to be?
Mhm.
Development.
Mm.
Absolutely. I don't care about me. I don't even want to be the face. I don't want people to know me. I do not care. I got my spotlight back when I was 16, 17, 18 years old. I'm 36 years old now. I'm good. I want you to be, Calusa Reapers, they develop athletes. I want to go one day to my kid's signing for that college contract or whatever it may be. You open your own business. I want to be at your grand opening.
Mhm.
Like
Mhm.
that's
Yeah, discipline and
That's
development.
the
That's
things
the
I
other
want.
thing. I don't want to be ever, we won't ever be one of these organizations that's leaving their trash everywhere, that's refusing to shake hands when they lose, that's trash talking everybody, kicking the kids when they're down. We don't conduct ourselves that way.
Nope.
No,
You got
you don't need
you're
to.
no,
You don't
yeah.
need to. Let the scoreboard talk. And
Yeah.
just a suggestion too when it comes to O line, because I was old lineman and everything like that. When you always praise them after every game, always
Oh,
try to
yeah.
praise them, always try to lift them up. If they did good, if they did horrible, you call them out on it though.
Yeah,
You
right.
got to call them out on it. To me, that they got to get the glory too. Because I understand. Hey, we're not quarterbacks and running backs and all that, but listen, it's very fun to pancake somebody.
Oh, yeah.
So
The trenches.
It's so fun.
The trenches, man.
we track
So-
that too, though.
Yeah, we track
we
that.
film
So-
every play.
Yeah.
And we go through on over the weekend and we track every single play and Dustin logs every stat for every player. All the tackles every player made, all the blocks, how many yards they gained.
So-
Every player has stat specific tracks that we measure and they also have built-in badges that they can earn and it's leveled based on their age. So as they get older, the badges are harder to earn. But even our linemen can like level up and they get rewarded. They get recognized on our team hub for their specific role in the
Yeah.
game,
So
win or lose.
Oh, Dustin,
Yeah,
I'm
we're-
gonna have to hit you up and you teach me a little that
That's
system a little bit. I like that.
That's me.
that's her, bro. That ain't me.
I'll build you the website. You let me know.
I'll
I
teach you how
got
to
you,
catch,
boss lady.
throw,
I got you. I'm gonna hold you to that.
pancakes. Yeah, dude, she's created. Okay, so I was gonna say we're live right now. Y'all go
Yeah.
to CalusaReapers.com and check us out.
Yeah, you can see it
This
on our
is
team
not-
hub. You can
This
see our
isn't
events.
us blowing smoke and talking like Pop Warner does.
It's live all the
It's
time.
live. Okay.
Mhm.
It is live. I spend hours and hours and hours and hours and hours on Monday and Tuesdays going back through our film and tracking every single kid, even down to the snap.
The center gets
The center
tracked
gets
too.
glory.
Yeah.
Because-
Everybody. So, and the key is of that is we want them to have that glory. Everybody. I want you to know that you're doing good. I want you to know that you did bad. If you didn't have any stats, why didn't you have any stats? Let's make it happen next week. But
I mean-
also, when we go to high schools, and if you're trying to get into a 3A high school, what do you have to show? Right?
We
I know
track
you
it year after year.
everybody has film, but usually we have film on the specialty kids, wide receivers, middle linebackers, free safeties, quarterbacks, running backs, slot receivers. Those are the kids we have film on. We don't have film on the big kids. We don't film on the linemen. I got stats for those folks.
And
So-
it creates a graph as you update them. So we're getting ready to update our combine stats. It's going to add automatically, the more they're with us, it's going to start charting their progress year after year with their
Right.
season stats and then their career stats.
So
So
the
have you made an app out of this so we can all
Yeah.
purchase this
I
every month?
built the whole website from the ground up.
Mm.
So the only one that's kind of finicky right now, which we're in the process of fixing, is 14U, because 14U came together, fell apart, came together, fell apart, and
It-
there was a
It's
bunch of
always
games.
tough to get a 14, man,
It
because
is. It's
is.
very tough,
ninth
man.
grade, middle
Oh,
school,
bro, it
all-star ball, it's tough to get 14s going.
Mhm.
which blows my mind, and that just goes to tell you what's happening around us. Those kids should live, eat, breathe, sleep football at that age. I mean, if you're there at that age, man, you should be about it. And what we've gotten a lot of in our area is, we've gotten our Pop Warner kids, of course, but I'm not sure if you're familiar with Babcock Ranch, which is
No,
in Port
not at all.
Charlotte.
Mm.
Babcock Ranch is a huge new development, which is turning into a city.
It's an eco
Okay.
city.
It's an eco city, and it's a younger community, our age, of people that are buying out there, and that place is littered with athletes. They have a full blown high school, they have a full blown middle school out there, and they have multiple fields and stadiums and everything else. And there's some athletes out there, but they don't have coaches. We
They
filled
don't have
up.
a football. They don't have youth football at all. And Pop Warner, with their boundaries, Pop Warner forces them to drive an hour north, and that's their closest team. So they're really locked out. We're in a
Yeah.
unique situation that now that we've popped up here, we're the closest team for them, unless they drive an hour north to be Pop Warner. We're the only AYF team, right? Which is really the only football team.
Right.
Crazy.
And
So with the challenges of fighting, and I know where me and Nick live. Nick knows what I mean. Nick was a big wig in Pop Warner for a while. Don't let him fool you. He was a big dog.
That's why
Hey,
he has his
uh,
opinions.
yeah, I was gonna say that's why he's got strong opinions of it.
I
We
got-
didn't know either till we joined the board level. We
No,
don't
no,
know.
you guys gotta understand. I got strong opinions because the fact being that we're still living in a stone age when
Yeah.
it comes to certain things. And
Yeah.
to me, kids should be able to play wherever they want to play. If they want to go play
Yes,
with their friends,
bingo.
they should play with their
Bro,
friends. They shouldn't. There
100%.
shouldn't be boundaries.
And
I
the
get
dual
it.
enrollment rules. Ugh, I hate
Listen,
it.
listen, I get it. It's just the new age of how kids are. That hey, look, I came from being loyal to a lot of things, but I'm going to tell you right now, sometimes it doesn't pay to be loyal.
Right.
When it comes to certain things, so you gotta just let the kids have fun because they're only kids for so long.
Yeah. Well, and I've had.
Aunt knows what I'm talking about.
Oh yeah, we experienced that here big time. I mean, you guys have heard of the Firecats. Everybody in the state of Florida has heard of the Firecats. So
Yeah.
their neighbors are ours. A lot of great friends over there.
Great organization.
Love that organization. Hats off to them boys over there.
Shout out to them boys.
They sent a bunch of kids over, for FBU in our area.
Well, I don't think they send them.
Well, they didn't send them, but the parents wanted them to be in FBU because Nationals ends, FBU starts, and their kids want to work. Well, Pop Warner sent out a huge email blast that said if anybody is registered with FBU, your chance of national championship running is gone.
Disqualified.
Bro, you just went undefeated. I don't even know how many games. It's crazy. But 8U and 9U Firecats, it's up in the 30, 40, like 30. We're talking 700 points on the board versus 28 points allowed.
So they're 10U this year.
Yeah, 10U.
Yeah.
Yep. That's their 10U now.
Yeah, you
But-
tell your buddies if they want to get that streak snapped. I know somebody, but we're gonna continue.
Hey, I
We're gonna continue.
got Firecats and Falcons. I'm working on lining that up. I'll find the middle ground. We'll line that up. We'll sell out the city.
Yeah,
I
hey, we
promise
will
you.
too, because we'll come down there and put a flag in the middle of that thing.
Yeah, I'm ready. Hey, I already told JD, the vice president of Falcons, let's go. We'll run that all day long because he's got a solid 10U too.
Our
Um,
issues, I do want to clarify.
But when that happened, and I saw that happen in front of my eyes about how controlling that is, dude, I don't belong to you.
Yeah.
My kid is 7 years old. He doesn't belong to you. If I want to take my kid to an all-star team because he got accepted to an all-star team, he deserves to be on that all-star team.
Right.
You know?
We don't have beef with anybody at an organization level. Our issues with Pop Warner are at the league level with all of the politics and all the rules, and it's not for us.
Right.
And the other thing that I want to say, and I don't know how to explain this to anybody down here, but you guys will understand. The level of competition is just not comparable. The competition that we saw when we played with Spring Hill was night and day what we get down here in Fort Myers. And that's the
And
level
it's
that
so
we want to compete
crazy.
at.
Yeah.
That's
Oh,
crazy being down
That's crazy.
there.
Yeah, that's crazy. That
it's because they
you-
play the same teams over and over and over and over and over.
Well, and
Spring
the-
and fall,
the
it's the
good
same
kids-
exact teams.
The superstar kids go to the teams that win every year, and those teams just keep winning every year.
Right. And then you'll
it
have
just never.
and you'll have these really, really good organizations. And I'll give you a perfect example of it. Blue, who owns and operates Southwest Florida Panthers in Naples.
Mhm.
Okay.
Okay.
That dude is a monster of a coach, monster of a human, takes care of those kids like you would not believe. He's tried to get out of that and go to elite and go to different things,
Mhm.
but the travel is so hard, you lose all your parents. You
Mhm.
know, so that's a lot of the issue is we're so far south. You don't have a choice but to play local. Where that's why I loved playing in Florida Premier for our first spring. I gave our kids a taste of what real football is like. We
Right.
played teams from Tampa, Bay Area, Orlando, Clearwater, Fort Myers, Venice. You played everybody. You played teams that you've never even heard of.
Yeah.
Titusville Terriers. I don't know. I didn't even know that was a team, but we played them.
And it's not that the talent is not here. The talent is absolutely here, but the way that it's structured and the way that the rules are, it just keeps you at a lower level. Like we left our team, we played one game and my son didn't want to play at all anymore. So we were like, we're not doing this. We had this opportunity to come join Marshall and we jumped on it. We had coaches on the field at that game. And the following Saturday, showed up to Marshall's game where my son heard gap integrity for the first time ever.
Mhm.
And the kids were hand signaling to each other, and Marshall's just yelling out code words, and they were on it. They weren't on the field; they just knew what they were doing, and it was immediately clear that we were never going back to Pop Warner.
Right.
Well,
It's so far
well,
behind.
but that's also coaching though. Like that's
Yeah.
what I'm talking about. Like, you know, like I mean, shoot, I was coaching Tiny Mite and I had a wristband on. I had a marker board when the coaches were out on the field. We used to be able to just go ahead and this, of course, I'm dating myself back where we used to have weigh-ins and stuff too. You know what I mean?
But
So,
That's me too.
Like, I had a marker board and I'm drawing up the play so the kids see it because, hey, look, their attention span is
Yeah.
like, 5
Yeah.
seconds and then they're gone. They're
Yeah.
they're over there chasing damn butterflies or something.
Yeah.
the issue is there's no accountability down here. There's nobody that's out here looking, watching what the coaches are doing and saying, hey, we need to be doing better than this. We need to be raising the bar. And you don't have to.
Right.
Because
Mhm.
you already know what your season looks like the day you sign up. You know where the kids are. You know who you're going to play. You really know pretty much what they're going to do. There's really no reason to elevate it. I mean, Firecats is mercy in everybody with just the way that it is. Nobody changes it. Nothing gets better. It's from the outside anyway. It's popularity contest more than it is qualifications. If you're
Well-
friends with the board, then you're going to coach, and it doesn't matter what kind of coach you are. And it
Well,
doesn't matter if nobody develops. Nobody
Yeah.
cares. It just keeps rolling over.
Well, that's coaching malpractice, and me and Ant have talked about that before. And the other thing too is, when I understand like playing the same teams gets boring after a while, but I'm also going to tell you right now, like JJ White and everybody on that coaching staff is very, very good, and they
Oh, yeah.
dominated. They dominated for 2 years, and with a technicality.
Every
the
year.
first year, the
Sorry,
first
coach.
year though. Listen, the first year though, they should have gone a lot further, but they got technicality on that end with the politics of Pop Warner.
Yeah.
We lost, coach.
I understand
Yeah.
that, and I'm not trying to take away from them. But well, listen,
Hey, I got to watch.
do
I got
that.
to.
Hey,
I
hold
got to
on.
watch them play live. Okay, I
Listen.
understand.
Listen, my
I
whole
ain't gonna
point is
look,
they
look,
went
look,
on,
look, look,
they
look.
dominated, and then
Regardless,
they went to Florida Elite and dominated more.
Oh
And
yeah,
that right there is what needs to happen. You know, you guys need to, take that blueprint that they have, go beat up
Yeah.
on those damn teams that you see, you're going to see multiple times. Go beat up on them, develop your kids, do what you guys are doing, and then go kick more talent's butt, like the Fire
Yep.
Cat.
That's what we want. We want to keep
That's-
moving on. I mean, we don't know, we don't have all the answers, we don't know really what the problems are. We just know our perspective, and we know that there's not a culture down here that feels
Mhm.
like what we want to be a part of. It gets
Yeah.
really toxic, it gets really hostile. It doesn't feel productive. It just doesn't feel like
There's a
anywhere we want to be. And we didn't realize how bad it felt until we stepped into a culture that did feel good,
right.
which is what we got at Spring Hill. And we were just like, we've got to do this at home.
Yeah, this is what real football. The parents aren't arguing. The
Here and
kids aren't
there, but
arguing.
not really.
But they're not running on the field.
They're
There's
not
no
perfect.
there ain't no pay to play. Oh, dude, I'm talking about parents arguing every single game. I know parents are going to argue,
I know what you're talking about.
but man, oh man, it was terrible around here.
with all those
They
with all those hurdles, check me out. With all those hurdles and the pressure of you have the empire in certain places. We're a place that's just like that. Pop Warner's an empire here.
Mm-hmm.
With all those challenges, what was the biggest challenge so far of just getting everything off the ground?
my biggest challenge.
Very different than mine.
Yeah, mine's way different. Mine's coaches for sure. So I'm very, very, very selective about who coaches with me and on with my kids, right? So I didn't open a 10U roster and I didn't open a 6U roster for that very reason. I would rather not have kids than to promise those kids true development like we're preaching and waste their time because I got a coach that didn't want to coach. So that's been my biggest hurdle, and it's still my biggest hurdle right now is finding coach like, dude, I'm crazy when it comes to something. If I'm going to give you a commitment, I'm all in. It's not half in, half out.
Mm-hmm.
And if you join this squad, I want that same thing in return. I understand we all have lives outside of youth football. And same with me. I run companies and everything else outside of youth football. But the moment I'm on that field, my undivided attention goes to those kids. And I want that same thing for every single level. And that's just been my biggest challenge for sure.
And finding kids who are willing to trust us enough to gamble their spring season on us, if we were going to pull it together. I had a very specific vision in mind of what I wanted. I wanted to stop living in the stone age of registrations and how everything is done. I wanted a legit website. I wanted a whole portal. My parents have a parent portal. You can go to register with me. It'll collect your deposit. It will move you through to the wait list. You log into your parent portal. You upload your photo, your physical, you complete every step of registration. I don't need a registrar. It's built into my website. It handles absolutely everything. And it takes their information and builds my uniform order sheets with my numbers. If Dustin's missing a number or a name is spelled wrong, he hits notify parent. It sends a message to the parent portal and prompts that parent to correct it. If the picture is wrong, it tells them to upload a new one. It fixes absolutely everything. I wanted a practice planner. I built an AI for my coaches to tell the robot what problem their players are having, and it'll diagnose the issue and give them 5 drills they can run, tell them exactly how to do it, and add it to their practice planner.
You didn't patent that?
Hey,
What?
you better patent this.
I
Yeah, you
gotta
could
get
patent
my glitches worked
We
out.
gotta get. Oh, it's
No.
gonna be something. We're gonna be starting to charge people here soon. But
Don't get all crazy on it though. Like make it
All of it
somewhat
speaks-
affordable for the
So
family.
here's what we'll do.
hey, we'll do it for
I'll
Spring
be a
Hill
tester.
Eagles. We'll do it for Spring Hill Eagles because y'all showed us love. But
Yeah,
Everybody else that's watching this live, CalusaReapers.com. That's a sample.
Nope.
That's what's coming.
Nobody's doing what I'm doing.
No,
Digitally.
they're not even doing this at the high school level. You
I
don't
didn't
see
know-
this until you get collegiate.
I didn't know you got Steve Jobs on over here.
Hey, you know what else you know what
You're
else
gonna-
I
you're gonna
did
create
that
the
I'm
next
really
Amazon.
excited about? I built in my coaches hub. My head coach or any of my coaches really, you can build your depth chart. You can build your first string, your second string, your third string. And then you load in your plays if you want to. You don't have to load in your plays. It will work without your playbook. But if you just build in your depth chart and then you tell it what your MPRs are for your upcoming game, it will build you an MPR guideline and tell you which players to rotate out for each other based on their positions and where they fall in the scale of things.
We're going full blown NFL style over here
Yo,
now.
like this.
Hey,
hey,
we're gonna. Hey, I'm gonna be calling you.
listen.
I
hey,
got you.
it reminds me of Little Giants when you had that the kid that
The
was just like,
annexation of Puerto Rico, coach.
oh my god, man.
Yeah,
Let's do
That's
it.
wild, bro.
Hey,
Hey,
it's,
so-
Wild.
I
So
been
how
a
has the
team
community
mom
response
enough.
been?
yep.
What?
How has the community's response been since you
Oh,
guys
it's-
started?
But,
It depends on who you ask.
yeah.
Some of them folks are bought in, ready to roll. Especially, especially the older kids. Man, the older kids' parents are bought in like you would not believe because they've seen tremendous development and change with their kids. The younger kids,
Those are our Pop Warner kids. The big
It's
kids
very
came
hard.
from Babcock. So they played at middle school and high school level.
right?
Our Pop Warner kids come from a different environment and you can see it clear as day.
Yeah, that's the pay to play folks
Mhm.
who I respect that, and there's places for you for that. It's not with Calusa Reapers. You earn your spot with us. You show up to practice. You put in the work,
Mhm.
and we got a spot for you. But I just enough of that. But yeah,
Well, my opinion on that is I feel like every kid should play, but I also feel like too, you gotta earn it, man. Like
Yeah, that's
you
what-
know,
yeah,
like,
exactly.
Because I'm gonna tell you right now, Pop Warner does not set you up for middle school and high school. I had
No.
parents, I overhear parents when I go see my kids that I coached in middle school and high school, and they're like, "Why isn't little Johnny getting in? He says he does awesome at practice." Are you actually watching practice, or are you just going by what he's saying in practice?
right.
And is he blowing smoke up your rear? Because I'm gonna be honest with you, I think little Johnny's lying, and I think
Yeah.
little Johnny's just saying that because he just
Right.
wants you to show up to the game because he knows you ain't gonna sit through the game if you know he ain't gonna play at all.
Right. Yeah.
Well, and the reality is a lot of those times those kids are telling their coaches that they don't want to play.
yeah. Right. That's
Yeah,
another
that
thing.
too. That's the other
Yeah.
thing too.
And I'm talking
that's why-
about. I'm talking about not the want to play, as in every single kid has a different mission,
Mhm.
right? I got kids, and basically what I do with a lot of my kids that I know are still fairly new, and we're trying to flip that little switch in their head, is give them goals, right? So like I got a kid on my 8U, he's 7 years old, and he's never been taught real football yet. And I gave him a very simple goal. Number one, can I hear you growl? Just, bro, you'll meet a goal of mine just to growl. The moment you hit that line of scrimmage, just give me a growl, okay? That's number one. Number two, I want to see you in the backfield. I don't want you to sack anybody. If you get a sack, bro, I'm going to knock your helmet off because I'm probably going to be excited. Sorry if I do. But I don't need you to have a sack. I want to see you in the backfield. Those small little goals you give me during practice, you're doing it in the game. And sure enough, they hit their goal usually in a game. And that's what I'm looking for. Because that kid does that in spring. He's going to do it in fall even better.
Mhm.
And then he's got a whole nother year with me at 8U. Wait till that kid hits the field at true 8U fall. He ain't going to be in the backfield just patty caking you. He's going to be pancaking the crap. You're going to know his name when he hits you.
Well, and he's proud. He comes off the field that day at the end of the game, we probably lost, but he had a great game. He's so proud of the stuff that he did.
Right.
And that's what we want.
Yep.
How do you balance competitiveness with development and keep it fun?
Oh,
That's hard.
good question. Balance development and keep it fun, but also keep it competitive. Practice, I would say, I would do so. I think the best way to answer this was I love the high school rhythm of how they handle their practices. So you do your drills of your team, right?
Mhm.
So D line, O line, DBs, RB, you guys do that. Okay. And now you come together and your first string and second string are going to play against each other. And that competitive nature is going to come out. And when that second string beats the first string, which usually happens a lot, that keeps that development grinding. I think that's the best way to answer that, in my opinion, of how to keep that alive. Practices are super hard, especially with little kids. And I strive to do this because I've preached it for a long time in youth football. They're a sponge and they want to be uncomfortable. When they're uncomfortable, they're learning. And I mean, like doing drills that they've never done before, or catching the ball, or stretching a way they've never stretched before. Whatever it is, you want to get them out of their comfort zone. The moment that kid gets comfortable and complacent, he's not learning. He's not developing. He's not getting better. I make sure I do that with my son every single day. And Casey, as his teacher, is always learning something that is different. It's never the same. You never want him to be complacent. And we try to translate that to the football field, especially in practice. I'm a firm believer that if you are trying to develop and you think development happens on game day, you're too late. Development happens at practice. And if you didn't give it your all at practice, you're too late. You got to start next week. That's just point blank period. Because the team that we're playing is probably coming to smack you, and it's not going to be pretty.
So
So
how do you build some of that discipline and accountability, especially working with athletes that are so young?
grades, biggest one. School, huge. I almost shut down the Reapers at the beginning of the season for spring. We almost didn't make it to spring because I had so many kids that were uh, doing stuff at school they weren't supposed to.
Mhm.
I think that's a huge one. Is school.
Well, and we hold ourselves and our coaches to the same accountability that we hold our kids to.
Right.
If we say at the beginning of the season, if you're not acting right at home and you're not doing your school like you're supposed to, then you're not playing. And then a parent comes to us and says they're not doing what they're supposed to be doing, and we don't just ignore that and say, well, we really need them.
Yeah. No.
If you're willing to let your whole team down because you don't want to act right, then that's just where we are. But the rules are the rules, and everybody's got to follow them.
Yeah. And so that's a big one. And also the huge one for me is making sure that you have your proper gear, water when you show up to practice and show up to game days. It is not mommy and daddy's job to do this for you. Even though mommy and daddy are gonna check you out because you're 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12.
Mm-hmm.
But you should have your proper gear, man. I mean, your cleats. What are you gonna run in?
Yeah, we don't treat them like babies.
We don't baby
Clean
this
up after
kids.
yourself. We don't leave this place a mess. Act right.
Yep.
Act like you got some sense. We don't.
Yeah, and-
We're not doing that here. It's a discipline across the board. On the football field, sure, but you're not going to be out acting a fool on the sidelines, getting in fights, trashing the place. We don't act like that. As long as you're
Right.
wearing Reaper's colors, you got to
Yeah,
keep
so-
it together.
At the beginning of the year, I lay it all out for them. Real world experience through
So
Through
you gotta
sports.
keep it together.
you got. If I go, okay, biggest thing is you see this football field. This is my house. Don't leave my house a mess. You clean up your trash. You clean up and you make sure that all your gear is in your possession because you're in my house.
Mhm.
Okay. If I go to my job and I make a mess at my job and I'm not good at my job and I don't show up with the proper tools to do my job and I do that for a couple days straight, I'm probably not going to have my job. So let's
Mhm.
take football out of that, right? My 14-year-olds, you're going to be working in a couple years. You learn this now. You don't have to learn it later. You're going to be promoted. You're going to have better money. You're going to have more cash flow. You're going to be able to take your girlfriend out on a date because you're making money. It's the same
The
concepts.
biggest part of that, though, and we've been very fortunate this spring, is that our parents buy into that for the most part, and our
Yeah.
parents work that at home too. We don't have a lot of really like entitled, spoiled kids.
Right.
We have kids whose parents keep that same energy when they go home at the end of the day. These are
Mhm.
not kids who just get everything handed to them, who just get to sit around. Maybe they do. I don't know their home life, but they don't act that way.
They don't, I was going to say,
And
they don't
I
act
don't
that
ever
way.
see their parents let them act that way. They're very respectful.
Right.
They're on it all the time. And having the parents enforce that discipline at home makes a huge difference.
Yeah.
How
And
do you
that,
do that?
We
How
got
do you
lucky.
keep
I don't know.
like how do you keep the parents aligned with the vision that you have,
you
even when
show them
you're
the
going through?
development, bro.
Yes,
Well,
sir.
and not only that,
I'm just kidding. I have no idea.
we do
We
a
just got
lot of
lucky.
we do a lot of
Hey,
things. We try to
it's
talk
very
to our
lucky.
parents a lot. And we bring in we had somebody last week talking to the kids about their nutrition and
Yep.
taking care of their bodies, being aware of what they're putting into their bodies. And we invite our parents to be part of that, and we're still small enough that our parents are still around. You know, we're not huge. We don't have 150 kids where everybody's sitting in their car in the parking lot or dropping their kids off and leaving. Our parents are there.
Right.
So they're watching practice. They're listening
They're
to us
involved.
when we're having these conversations, and they're on board.
And we give them kids, we give kids goals to go home with. Like teachers give you homework to go home with. You, like my center, go snap the ball 100 times in the backyard. That's
So how
it.
do
That's
you
all I want you to do.
how do you respond if you say a kid could give you know how it is, it could give you a little more. How do you respond to lack of effort?
Mm.
Mm. I don't
Because
know.
you're driven.
Good
You
question.
got a
Let me.
son that goes really hard. You know, we've talked about that. Ollie
Yeah.
goes hard in the paint. So
Yeah.
how as a coach and an administrator do you
I
respond to that?
what I've seen you guys do, just observing, if we've got a kid who's not carrying his weight, I would say is that they put him back in the trenches.
Oh yeah. So I've done that a couple times. So I had some linemen that I know can block. So like, let me back up. My expectations are set by the kid.
Mhm.
I don't just make up expectations, right? Each kid's different. Each kid comes with its own expectations. My expectations are expectations you set. So to go back to what we were just talking about, I have some linemen that I know can block, but for some reason, game day, they decide it's fun just to turn around and let the quarterback get smacked. I mean, a wide open, boom, middle linebacker eats. Okay, you're gonna get a little taste of your own medicine. I'm taking my quarterback. You're gonna be the quarterback, and I'm telling the quarterback to step to the side.
Oh man.
You're not gonna like it, are you?
It's not wins over everything.
It's not wins. So that I did that in practice. I didn't do that in game day because that'd be just, I think, cruel and unusual punishment. But it's the same concept. So in practice, I did that. I took my middle linebackers, I took my QB, my running back. I said, "You guys go guard. The moment that ball snaps, open A, let them eat."
And
And you're gonna step the right way the next time because that's not fun. You got to remember, you're the defense. You're the offensive line. You are the house, the foundation. We can't build off of you guys right here. And
well,
that goes for the running backs too, man.
yeah,
Like,
you're not a running back if you don't block for your other running backs. You
Yeah.
don't get to only be glory. If
Yeah.
you're out there and you're not working just as hard as everybody else when you don't have the ball, you're not getting the ball back.
yep, I've had kids like that before. I had that were lightning fast. You give them that ball, and 28 outside, gone. Go touchdown every time. But he would not block. So if he wasn't running the ball, he wasn't blocking. Well, guess what? you're not running the ball anymore.
It's all
I'm not
hands
even
on deck.
putting you on offense anymore, to be honest with you. And he would cry and cry and cry. You can cry all you want, but it's a fair opportunity for everybody. Because I got other kids that are not as fast, but are gonna be fast.
Well, but not only
And
that.
they deserve their chance to break that tackle, to
Mhm.
hit that route, to hit that perfect step on a D, and just go. They deserve that chance. And guess what they're doing that you're not doing? Blocking.
Right. They're getting their ass kicked so that you can get those touchdowns. And you're going to do it for them too, or you're not going to get that glory.
Right.
It just doesn't work like that.
And that's point blank period. That's coaching. That's 100%. You have to realize that as a coach, whether it's the head coach, the offense, defense, special team, whoever the coach is that realizes it needs to bring that to the table and figure out how to correct that. Because in my opinion, that's just a virus waiting to happen.
Well, it's not a team at that point. It's every man for himself, and you just can't last like that.
Right. Right.
What do you think separates good teams from great ones?
The community.
Community standards, development, giving back to the community, how you hold yourself off the field and on the field, and what you're doing on a day-to-day basis, I think. Because then this is my opinion, I don't think the public school system is teaching our youth the proper way to handle themselves nowadays, and I might get a lot of backlash for that. Maybe not, but us as coaches in any sport are given an opportunity of a lifetime for these kids, every single kid, whether you're playing golf, tennis, football, anything, any sport, you are given that opportunity to change that kid's whole life of how he carries himself. And if I can have a kid that's yes sir, no sir, yes coach, and has the Reaper's name on his back, we're winning. And my kids do. You talk to a lot of my kids, and if it's not sir, it's coach. It's not a rebuttal. I'm not telling you this or asking you this as a question. It's listen to me, look me in the eyes, and can we fix it?
Well,
Yes, coach.
It's not even
Go.
just that. Outside of our organization, talk to our refs
Oh
about
God.
what our organization is like.
Yeah. Even if we all love refs, right? Especially on them big calls, blocking the back, taking my 80 yard. He turned his screen off. The 80-yard touchdown back, but even those guys, even those refs we love.
Now he's like,
Yeah. Hey, even those refs we love, man. They still deserve the respect. They're out there. They're making money, yes, but they're out there. They're sweating. They're trying to call a fair game, as fair as possible.
Listen, I'll respect the ref as long as they call it down the middle. My thing is
Yep. Oh yeah.
And then
Now I'm gonna tell you, I felt like Florida Elite called it down the middle.
Yeah, I gotta say, hey,
there was a couple games where we were.
Yeah, there was a couple, but what I mean by that is it's not that we don't get into it. Because Dustin will get into it with a ref.
Yeah, I don't want to. I'm not gonna drag the refs from Pop Warner either because they're just doing.
I will. I will. Pop Warner refs can sit out any game I'm on. I don't even want to play. Well, I've pulled my 14U off the field at halftime because of it. And it just so happened that we were playing on a field that belonged to Pop Warner, so it was Pop Warner refs, and it was visible, I mean, to the mom that has no idea about football. And she was noticing it. Nope, we're done. We're done here. You can call the score, whatever you want. I'll find you a game on Monday, boys. I promise you. We're done.
We had a ref tell our 6-year-olds that they shouldn't even be playing.
Yeah, we did.
Screaming at them in the middle of a game.
I lost it. But
don't comment on this, okay? I don't want you getting fined or anything. I don't want this coming back to you during the season. And then you'll be like, damn it, I should have never talked about damn refs. Listen, we got one ref that is pretty popular with Pop Warner up here, and He does
disclaimer. Disclaimer. I don't have nothing to do with this.
No, you don't.
I don't have nothing to do with this.
I'll call him
Hey.
out because
Hey.
I'll call him out because I love him, but I love to hate him at times too, because I remember it was a Dynamite game and we were going again, and coaches were out on the field, and it was a playoff game, and I think it was against like HYL or something like that. And Ryder Pollard ran an 75-yard touchdown to the right.
Shout out to my boy Ryder. Under Armour All-American as an underclassman, baby.
White Lightning. That's what I used to call him. Hey, we go ahead. They call holding. I'm like, man, it was away from the play. It was in the backfield. The play was already gone.
Yeah.
So I said, it's all right. I said, you gonna call? I said, don't call it on this. Don't call the holding on this next play. And he ran about 85 yards for a touchdown the next play after he just ran 75. Because it got called back for holding. I said, I see. You should have just gave him the touchdown in the first place, Reed.
Yeah. Yep. Oh, it's the same here. We've had some great refs in Florida Premier, which is the same refs essentially from Florida Elite, but that I lost a big playoff game to go to the regional championships because of so-called refs.
Listen,
same thing. Lasted 30 seconds. 30 seconds.
Oh,
30
man.
seconds left on the clock.
listen, don't get yourself in trouble. These people will watch this stuff. So
I'm not affiliated with them.
I know, but still, you don't want like their cousin or the nephew of the cousin.
I didn't drop the name. I didn't drop names.
Let me clean it up. Let me clean it up because I think we all dancing on talking a little trash, right? Coach, give us that game day mindset. What's your mindset heading into game day?
Oh, baby, I'm hyped.
Stressed out.
Hyped. You?
I'm so stressed out.
I'm hyped. And I always say everybody right before we start hooping and hollering, because I get them boys hype in the huddle. No matter what happens, give it hell. I don't care what happens. And the biggest thing I'm going to preach is you guys are all athletes and we're playing backyard football. And I feel like, and I've watched this happen with my own son, if you put too much stress on the technical parts of youth football, it goes down the drain.
At 7 years old.
At 7, 8, 9, 10 years old, right? And you've probably seen that too, Ant. It's backyard football. Pretend you're playing on this field with your friends and you're running some of the biggest plays you've ever ran in your life. Let's keep it fun. That's my motto going into it is, man, let's keep this fun. There ain't no reason. We're not signing a D1 contract to the Ohio State Buckeyes. Go Buckeyes. We're not doing it. Oh, God. I knew I was going to get feedback on that one.
I want to know.
Lord, Ant, why we let this guy on?
Tell me you're a Wolverine.
No, hell no.
Florida State, baby.
Who?
Florida State.
Florida State.
Okay. As long as you're not a Gator, that's cool.
Ollie's
No.
a Hurricane fan.
No.
Yeah, Ollie's a Hurricanes fan.
Listen, I'm a diehard Hurricanes fan.
I got Buckeyes all day, baby.
When we get our new coach, I'm gonna get Ollie up there to the house that Bobby built. We're gonna get him right.
Yeah. Hey, I already told Marshall that I will go back up there any day of the week. Any day of the week. My only concern is the practice that Ollie gets.
Well,
that's
and
my
now-
only concern
Now
is
we have our own.
well, and I have my own organization now, but Marshall and I still stay in touch. I talk to him maybe twice, 3 times a month, and we just congratulate each other on what we're doing and keep on pushing forward, man. But we also go over exactly what we're doing on a day-to-day basis with these kids.
I've got a 2-part question for you. What do you need from the community? Okay, 1, and 2. What plans do you have to give back to the community?
All right, so what I need from the community, the biggest, is trust and faith.
Support.
Like,
Need you to.
well, that would come with support, trust, and faith.
Mm-hmm.
There's a lot of a stigma of Pop Warner is the only way that's around us because that's what's here. But there's so much more. And I'm giving just a little bit, 1% of the players that I have, I'm giving them a taste of that this spring season. You know what I mean? I wish more people could feel this and how cool it is. Because at the end of the day, it's not about us, it's about the kids.
Well,
And those kids get to see these big bowl games. These huge, like I took in FBU, we had the Jets fly over us with 50,000 people watching. It
Wow.
like that's insane. You know, Ollie still talks about that day.
NFL players. all over the
NFL
place.
players everywhere you looked. I couldn't take pictures fast enough with guys. Like it was just a whole world experience. I want that for every kid in Southwest Florida to feel that. And they just got to have some trust and faith.
Well, you know of rose-colored glasses. I feel like we get the opposite of that. We're under a microscope, and even people who do roll the dice with us, we get held to such an impossible standard where if these big established teams do this stuff every year and nobody bats an eye, but if we're not absolutely perfect in every aspect, we're hung out to dry. That part's hard.
Yep.
You
It's
gotta-
like, we're figuring this out and we're the only ones, brave enough to do it, to tell you the truth. It's not easy. We're gonna
No.
get stuff wrong.
Right.
If
It's
we
not-
could just get people to be flexible,
It's not going to be perfect. Just to let you know, as a person that ran an organization for a good bit, it's not going to ever be perfect. You're not going to make everybody happy. You're going to feel like you have to walk on eggshells. If you got an Aunt Dabney in your organization, run. Joking. But no, you guys seem like you're doing a great thing. Listen, they'll buy in eventually. If not, then
you gotta go with, it's just like this. The first thing I always try to do is
Mhm.
get people who want to be there.
Yeah.
There's gonna be players who are good players who you have a couple years and they develop and they want to go play elsewhere. And you know what? Blessings to the journey. Like, we might have lost them.
Yeah.
One of the biggest things, is absolutely being around people and with people that you want
Mhm.
or that want to be around you. I think that just makes everybody's time a lot better. I think it makes it a more favorable experience.
I agree with you on that. To me, like it sounds to me like they got a uphill climb, but I feel like they got the
Charlie,
right
we don't care nothing about the Bulldogs in here, Charlie. Ain't no SEC talk in here, Charlie. Ain't no SEC talk in here, big dog.
No. Man. Man, I tell you, she needs to go on Shark Tank though. And she needs to sell that stuff on Shark Tank.
Yeah, I gotta go ahead and get my I gotta get my account up and running now.
Yeah.
I gotta get my account now because that sounded too good to be true.
Listen, that sounded like a administrative compliance officer's dream come true when it comes to those people that have to put all that crap together, man. I ain't gonna lie. That seemed like a dream. Hey, Corey Edwards, I know you might be listening to this. You might want to jump on that because I'm gonna tell you right now, dude, that sounded like some stuff that's gonna go global in a couple of years if she can get the kinks out and all that. So
she will make a killing with that.
Yo,
Yes,
sorry, my phone died.
No problem. So now I got one for you.
Oh, so hold on. Let me go back. Sorry, Aunt. Let me interrupt you real quick. So giving back to the community. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
The first thing that the only thing that I can really do right now is where we stand as a organization. Is in the off season, we're going to be one of the few organizations that offer personal training um, all week, right?
all year.
Or all year. And we're not going to charge a bunch of money for it either. So like a lot of these personal trainers will charge $90, $100 an hour, whatever it is, a session. We're not going to do that. We're going to charge just enough to facilitate the equipment that we need to do it properly. And we're going to do this 2 to 3 times a week in the off season.
And we're still going to track their stats.
And we're still going to track stats. So when you sign up and you register to be part of this, you're going to get a different version or a different section of the portal that's outside of the football roster.
Mhm.
And you'll be able to track your progress and everything else.
We're working on offering a nutrition coach with this.
Yeah,
all kinds of
we got a bunch of people that are getting involved with us that are really high up in the nutrition world and the weight training world, the keeping people healthy, to get the parents involved and get the kids involved. And that's how we can give back at this time. There'll be more to come because I'm huge in the community. I want to, if I won the lottery, I would pay for every single kid to come with us along his journey.
Then we'd really travel. We'd travel the whole country.
I'd be going to Hawaii playing flag football.
I got a team from Hawaii's number if you ever want it, because they'll probably come back over here.
If
we ain't gonna get too far
that,
now, but I got you, you know.
Hey, if we do that, you're coming with us and your whole coaching staff. We're going. We're doing it.
Well, and we'd like to grow to the point where we do actual community outreach, where we have the kids really go and volunteer to clean up our communities, to let's do a food bank, let's do things that give back to the community as a whole, not just the athletic side of the world. Because at the end of the day, football's only going to last for however long it lasts you.
Right.
You need to be developing as a person. And that's something that we're not doing as a generation. Our generation does it. Their generation does not do it. We've gotten very solo, every man for themselves. Nobody looks out for anybody else. And I want to get away from that.
Right. And also, I've talked about this, but I've talked about this with this, especially the bigger kids, is doing the simple things, because unfortunately there's a lot of kids that grow up without fathers in their lives, right? Mm-hmm. Doing the simple things like brake changes on your vehicle, changing a tire on your vehicle. How do you plumb in a water heater? Like things that you would never think of that your dad would teach you.
How to fish, how to hunt.
How to fish, how to hunt, how to provide. I want to do all that stuff. Like we're in the process of building a new house here soon, and it's going to be on more land. We bought it years ago, and we're finally at the point where we can build this. And it's going to give us that opportunity to bring our kids that are with us to actually do these things. So like we're going to go out in the backyard, and you're going to start your own fire, and you're going to pitch your own tent, and you're going to cook for the team tonight just because you can. Okay. Right? Okay. Like we're going to get real redneck with this, and I love it because there's a lot of kids that can't change a tire. Like
they can't even do their laundry.
They can't do their laundry. And we want that goes back to real world experience through sports. It's so much bigger than sports is. It really is.
Well, that's the thing about you were saying, like, with public school and all that. And and to me, like, what's crazy is kids nowadays, they have the power of YouTube and everything. They have Google, ChatGPT. They can tell them a lot of things, man. And
right.
But some people learn how from being shown. And to me, that's what's important. I think that's really cool. I know like I wasn't supposed to be my last year with Storm, but like the following year I wanted to do a turkey drive. I just felt like we need to have the kids understand, like, hey, there's kids and families that have it way worse than what we might have at home. And and to me, like, look, ask Ant, and Ant does the same thing I do. We take, I always had my coaches in high school always say, I don't have just one son or no sons. I've got 30 something sons. And, And I understand where when he said that, I understand what he was saying, because those kids that you coach, they're like your sons. Like I still have kids that I still keep in touch. Still talk to their parents and everything like that. They're almost juniors in high school and stuff, man. And
Right.
and to me, like, that's what it's about. When me and Ant have talked about this before, like, the second greatest thing that can you besides dad or grandpa or anything being called is coach. It's
Yeah.
an honor. It's something that you want to wear on your sleeve and stuff. And to me, that's what's great about that is I feel like you guys are on the right path. You guys are going to get a lot of people that are going to buy in. And so just, be patient on that. And then, just to understand, look, hey, you may not be everybody's cup of tea. They might come and go.
Mhm.
But you know what? Hey, that's okay, because you know who you are. Stay true
Yeah.
to who you are. That's how I
Well,
look at it.
Yeah, for
and
sure.
on top
For
of
sure.
that, boys and men in particular, you're not taught how to find a community, build your community. And if you're just thrown into that and nobody tells you like really how to navigate those things, you see it so often with football players that go out to college and then get in trouble, get cut, and they don't know how to exist outside of a football team. They don't know where they belong. They don't have any sort of value outside of being an athlete because nobody taught them how to find that, how to like get involved in other things. And that's something I want to avoid. I don't want to just push the win, and then these kids
Amen.
they lose football and now they're nobody.
Booby
Yeah.
Miles. We
Yeah.
tell the guys all the time, don't be Booby Miles. No
Yeah.
disrespect to Booby. But
Yeah.
you don't you always want to use this as a platform to something else. And
Mm-hmm.
so many kids have the opportunity, especially down here. We have a great group of kids. You got some great
Mhm.
kids. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? And when you let them play early and get exposed to good culture and good coaching, you really give them a chance at later levels to maximize opportunities for college. You guys probably heard me tell the kids before that, to me nowadays college is the American dream.
Mm-hmm.
There's so many different levels and so many different games and so many different academic scholarships. You can get paid to go to school.
Oh yeah.
Well, and you can get
Yeah.
there in so many avenues that are not just football if you're an athlete and you're disciplined and you're smart.
Yeah. Well, and then they need to realize how much this means right now compared to the real world. Like getting up, eating, drinking water, eating lunch,
Mm-hmm.
doing your paperwork, getting all this stuff done. That's real world stuff. Whether you're in college or working,
Mhm.
you're gonna have to do that. And
Keep showing up even when you're losing because you're
Yeah.
gonna go through losing
Yeah.
seasons.
you got to start somewhere. I didn't get my job and I was good at it overnight. It took me a whole year to really get good at my job, and kept coming and kept striving and kept going. And now I'm very, very good at my job.
Mhm.
So yeah,
What's
but you got to stick with it.
What's a business side of running things that most people don't see?
All of
when
it.
All of it. It's so people don't understand that, like, the football organization it's a nonprofit organization, and it's scrutinized through the government more than a legitimate LLC, because there's a lot of money that can go missing,
Mhm.
and there's a lot of money in and out through donations, sponsors, and things like that, that is always being watched and audited.
Right.
And you have to build a legitimate empire company for youth sports, and that is very trackable. Like, it has to be very, very trackable. I've seen what happens when it's not trackable with my own two eyes, and it's not pretty. And normally you can't come back from it once it gets to that point.
Well, and it's not a video game. It's not like you say, all right, I'm going to start this team and I'm going to design what I want my characters to look like. And then I'm going to start out with this big chunk of money and I got to
Right.
figure out what to do with it. You don't have any money. You start out with what you can find. And when you don't exist, nobody wants to give you their money. So
Right.
it's been our money that we've had to do with it. And so you're constantly trying to to balance, you know, where can we cut to save money and where can we not cut? What things have to be, you know, we're putting helmets to protect these kids' brains. They can't be the cheapest helmets we can find,
Yeah.
but we've got this much money that we've pulled together. And you know, the
Right.
registration fees, really, people think I paid my money at what you pay for your registration really don't go that far. It covers your gear, it covers your uniforms, there's league dues, there's
Insurance.
insurance, there's maintenance to the fields. I mean, that money's gone so fast.
Well, and that's what I was gonna
Right.
say is a lot of people think that, oh, we're in season, everything's done. It's no. We're already looking at next season, and I have to recertify and recondition helmets. I got pads that are broken that I have to figure out a new deal on. I'm talking to this person over here to see what their cost is, and now I'm working on uniforms
That are
and
coming from overseas.
that are coming from overseas, and you're having to have deadlines and meet these deadlines
Mhm.
just like you own a business. It's a business, and you
But
have
there's
to
no real
realize
income. You get all your money at the beginning of the season and you got to plan for it, and then you just got to go out and beg people to give you more money.
Right.
And you got a new
So
ball.
how do you approach the fundraising and sponsorships?
My
And-
kid is an absolute animal at fundraising.
Yes, he is.
We go to Publix and he'll average $350 an hour panhandling at Publix.
at the top of our website, when you go to register, there's a little button that says
Become a sponsor.
register, and if they need help, if they need
Oh,
assistance.
we offer
Scholarships.
he's asking how we handle fundraising. So we were blessed with a wonderful parent who lined up so many fundraising opportunities for us. Dustin's deeply connected in the construction industry, so sponsors we're able to find. And then we offer scholarships to players who need help. We've never turned away a player just because of money.
No, yeah, and all
Even in our Pop Warner
Kaluta-
days, we've been
Kaluta
paying for
got
kids
some
to play for
NIL
3
stuff
years.
going on. Let me find out, D.
yeah. Hey, I'm working on some stuff for that. It's just not there
Okay.
yet.
Okay.
I'm a businessman, and if it's out there, it doesn't hurt to ask, and all I can say is no.
Right.
So I'm gonna ask.
We asked
Dustin,
everybody.
I'm gonna ask. I'm trying to get in with some big people, and I'm not dropping anybody's names or anything, but you'll know when it happens, I promise.
I emailed 45 people in the county every day for 2 weeks. I'm not shy to go out and get what we got to get.
Yep.
Yes,
Yeah,
ma'am.
so we will never turn away a player. There's that button at the top of our website when you register, and that's essentially you communicating to us that you need assistance. And that's the biggest thing
Privately.
it's private. Yeah, nobody knows this, but our biggest thing throughout doing this through the years is people communicating with us, because there's a sense of pride there. Absolutely. And you don't want to tell somebody that I need help, but we need you to communicate with us. Communication's key. And that little button is the communication without anybody seeing it. You click that button and that allows us to go to work for you, whether that's
Well, it's
signing
time
you
for me to
up
have a
for
conversation with the parent, because you
Right.
do have to weed out people who don't want to pay just because they don't want to pay. So that's something that he's not dealing with, so he's not aware of it. But it is an aspect. I manage everything. Dustin is the person that does everything that happens on the football field is Dustin. Everything that facilitates getting to the football field, in the back office, that's me.
Yep.
Other than scheduling, he handles all that.
Yeah.
So what are you guys' long-term visions for the program?
We can't really say right
I
now
can't-
because we're pulling some strings as we speak this week. But
Okay.
next week, you have us come back in
I
a
was
week.
gonna say,
We can tell you.
We'll jump back
we'll
on.
have you back on. We'll have you back
Yeah.
on. You guys-
We'll jump back on whenever you guys want us to after Friday at 3 p.m. Let's put it that way.
Okay.
Okay.
Because
So-
yeah, there's big things in store, and it's good for the community.
Mhm.
It's good for us. It's good for the people involved, and it's good for the teams that will be playing. Let's put it that way.
It's not anything that is existing right now. in
Right.
our area.
We got big things in store, for sure. So yeah, we'll drop that very, very soon.
On a side note, Dustin, you said you're in construction. I do garage doors for sale, so
Oh
if-
boy.
if you want a good garage door company, you let me know.
Where are you based out of?
I'm out of Brooksville, but
Okay.
we go through a lot. So if you
So-
if
Hey,
you,
man, hey,
We
hey,
have
we'll
all-
talk
we'll talk later
football,
about
man.
that.
You gotta
I know,
you gotta
listen, I'm just
panhandle
saying,
on your
get
own
it.
time, homeboy.
Listen,
Hey,
Ed,
just
Ed,
just
you
say
gotta take
get
your
my
shots,
number. Yeah, I'll shoot you my number when we get
Yeah.
off this,
bro.
and you stay in
We'll
touch,
link
man.
up. We'll link
I'm
up.
I'm up in Tampa a lot. I'm up in Lakewood Ranch a lot. I do a lot of development work, so
Yeah, that's fine. That's fine. We'll link up later.
we'll get
About
into
Hey,
that.
so I got some rapid fires for you. You ready?
All right, shoot.
Biggest pet peeve as a coach.
Oh my gosh! Stop chewing on your
I
mouthpiece.
knew you were gonna say that.
God.
Who
Stop
inspires
eating
you?
McDonald's on the way to the game.
Oh, that's another one. Stop eating McDonald's on the way to the game, please.
Oh my
Who
goodness.
inspires you as a leader?
Oh man, my kids and my wife for sure. 100%.
Thanks.
Toughest lesson the game teaches.
Never to give up.
Yeah, humility for sure.
Adversity, humility, never give up.
Would you rather see him under Friday Night Lights or Championship Sunday?
Friday Night Lights.
Yes, sir.
Oh boy,
NCAA or
nothing
NFL?
better. I'm sorry?
NCAA or NFL?
Oh. NFL, because that's Ollie's dream.
Yes, sir. Early morning or late night practice?
Oh God.
Early morning, baby.
And I like the late nights.
Early morning. Them kids are fresh, ready to go.
Oh,
Hard work or talent?
I'm sorry?
Hard work or talent?
Hard work all day.
mhm.
You want a team that talks to them, or you want silent killers?
Silent killers.
I'm gonna chop you up now. I got 3 of them.
Okay.
Would you rather have discipline, respect, or dominance?
Discipline.
Yes, sir. Give me one word to describe the squad.
Dogs.
That's what I'm talking about, coach. Yes, sir.
DAWGS. Dogs.
Yes,
But they're
sir.
but they're silent killers. My boys do not talk, rap, smack, nothing. If I
Nothing.
see it, you're coming off the field. Don't touch somebody. You know what you do when that whistle blows. You know what you do when that whistle stops.
Mhm.
Let them have it. They are very silent, very respectful, and very disciplined. And that's, I mean, I'm going back to you guys at Spring Hill and what you've done up there. That's some discipline, dude.
He
Some
knows everybody
discipline. I
about
tell
Marshall.
everybody. That's some of the most disciplined football I've ever seen from the youth football scene. Is
They're
Spring Hill
amazing.
Eagles, bro.
Listen,
Oh,
they're
yeah.
amazing. I
And that
can't-
takes and you guys, and I'm not taking anything away from your kids. Love them boys. You guys don't have the best talent. You have the best workers. You have the most discipline. You have the best respect. That hard work and that discipline goes way farther than that speed does.
Well, it's not every man
That
for
skill.
himself. They fight for each other.
Oh yeah,
Yep.
100%.
Oh yeah.
And that's what
they're
we're
great.
creating.
And they fight
Great
for anybody.
fans,
Ollie
great
popped
stories.
right up and they were like, all right, you're one of us. Get in here.
Yeah.
I mean, right away.
Yep.
If you wear that jersey, they got your back.
hmm
And then
Oh, yeah.
I got your back. You know what I mean?
That's what we want.
That's exactly what we want, and that's what we're building. These kids will fight for each other, but they'll also get on each other too. I love it because you're the captain of that field. And you have to pick somebody up, and if they're down, pick them up, but also let them know what you see and what you can do to fix it. Because I'm not in the middle of the play. You see more than I do. I'm on the sideline coaching. I'm looking at 11 kids. You're looking at a whole 22 field, so you see it, correct it. Ollie will correct somebody. My quarterback will correct somebody. My center will correct somebody. If somebody's not blocking and helping, he'll let them have it. And that's what I want. I want everybody to feel
y'all
that
got my boy
responsibility.
Couch down there.
Oh yeah, baby. Let's go.
Okay,
QB
shout out.
QB1.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Okay.
Yeah. Hey, you see his stats? I got to update him from this week's game. He's in the air, man. Our air raid's looking real good. We're gonna come out fall. We're gonna triple those numbers in fall. 100%.
Man, I think you're gonna do great. Something I heard you tell Ollie in the game one day. that I thought was it was a simple message, but it was really it was strong. I heard you tell him, hey, make sure you're going hard as you can and be the best teammate you can be every play. And
Yep.
that was a strong message. You know, I like that message.
Mhm.
Yep.
We had, you know, I've heard some other parents mimic that we played with this year. Just some kids that were just great teammates. You know,
Yeah.
I think on 10, one of those kids that gelled our team like that was Antonio Hunter.
Oh
Um,
yeah. Yeah, that kid's awesome.
He's a great kid. Shout out to Tonio and his parents.
Yep.
Coach Duncan, just a really good kid, and that's something that when you're building it like that and they're giving that effort, I think good things are gonna come with it.
Yeah, bro. Absolutely. Dude, it shows.
All
You
these
know,
little hype.
a lot of people talk, and there's a whole lot of talking. But what really happens when you hit that field? What happens? And that shows everything we need to know. Character, discipline, your team. It's a team effort. Yeah, and you watch Ollie. Ollie will get rocked. I've seen Ollie get rocked. It take him 3-4 minutes to get up, you know, and he doesn't get mad. He goes over, pats that guy on the shoulder and say, "Hey, next time, please block for me. That was my blind side." But he's still hyping, you know, because he knows it's a team sport. And same for somebody else. If Ollie doesn't block for him, I expect that kid to tell Ollie, "Hey, man, I need you at my back." You know, same thing. So it's that team mentality. I preach that a lot to our kids about, you know, one kid's not there because of school, because of whatever. It takes down the whole squad. I can't win a game, a championship, anything off of one kid. It is 11. It is 22. It is 18. It is 15. Whatever you got there, we need to bring it all.
Absolutely.
No, and I've grown, you know, we grow, everybody changes. Your coaching staff's going to grow, your coaching staff's going to mature, your board members are going to mature and change and grow, your parents are going to grow, and the kids are going to grow. Everybody's going to grow and learn. It's just about learning in the right way and taking it all in.
Yeah, we're doing this for the first time ever. We've never
Yeah.
started an organization before. I've never been the president of something that just started existing 6 weeks ago or however many.
October.
Well,
So 10 weeks ago.
We started our season in mid-January.
Yes, ma'am. Yeah, that's right.
We're brand
Yeah.
new, you know what I mean? And we're getting coaches that believe in us as people, but haven't necessarily been established coaches. Those people that belong to organizations, you know, we've got people who are on board with what Dustin and I want to do and they agree with us, but we're all having to figure this out right now in real time. Like as shit's coming at us, we're learning what to do.
But Nick touched on that earlier. A good coach isn't somebody that came out of NFL, isn't somebody that has a crazy record of football.
I'm not talking about the football side of it. There's a learning curve
yeah.
to being in that spotlight, to having people put you under the microscope because you're in charge of their baby and you're yelling at their baby. And
For sure.
It's a whole other world when you've got 70 parents behind you screaming at you. Everybody's screaming at you to do this with my kid and put my kid in and take this kid out. And it's a lot. It's overwhelming. And if you're not used to it, there's a hell of a learning curve.
You gotta learn to block it out though, because I'm gonna tell you right now, prime example, and I might not be good about this, but I put a kid in just so I could shut his mom up because his mom's like, put him in. He's the fastest kid on the team. He tried to run the ball. He got murdered. And I'm like, this is why he don't run the ball. This is the reason why. It's not because I don't believe in him. It's because the fact that he doesn't want to practice.
My man up, Nick.
Look,
yeah.
No, man.
But you got to learn how to handle that. You don't go into it knowing how to handle it.
Listen,
and a lot of people don't start off with that thick skin being able to handle the confrontation. That's hard.
That's why sometimes you want to prove a point. I'm
Mhm.
one of those people that will
He is
prove
too.
a point just on that example. So
I will in a heartbeat.
Yeah.
But then now I get the
Little,
parent
yeah,
coming to me.
well, I've learned if anybody's coached for any long period of time, you get tunnel vision when you hit that sideline.
Mhm.
Man, when you hit that 50, nothing else. You can't hear anything. I've had my coaches have full blown conversations with me, and I didn't hear a single word because I'm like just
You
tunnel
black
vision.
out. You
Oh,
black
you
out.
block,
Yeah.
and that comes from the parents on the sideline. You got to block that stuff out. It is time to focus. You know what you're doing, or you wouldn't be standing on that sideline.
Mhm.
And that's point blank, period, on the whole thing. So
Sometimes
You
too,
know
coach,
that as
I
the
know.
organization owner, though. But
sometimes
we're
parents have to know and they have to respect that. Just like, you
these
know,
things.
just like you brought your kid to learn here and he's learning and growing in the game, that's not going to happen overnight. No coach
Mhm.
is going to be Bill Belichick overnight.
Yeah, right,
Mhm.
right,
You know
That's
what
what
I
goes
mean?
back to
Like,
what I need: patience.
for sure. Well, you
yeah.
know,
Give us some grace.
I'll give my coaches on 8U a shout out, Trace and Coach D Money, right?
Shout out Trey. Shout out D Money. What's up,
Them
fellas?
them boys have come a long ways as coaches. I know D's been coaching for a little bit now, so he's got some miles on his wheels, but Trace is brand new to the tackle world of coaching,
Okay.
right? And from him starting in the season to now ending in the season, night and day difference over everything. And not just coaching, but how you carry yourself, how you talk, your mentality, everything. Tremendous growth. And that's what we want out of everybody. You know, you want to change in the best way you can for your kids and your staff. Absolutely.
Mhm.
They've changed dramatically.
We have a really good. I think we do a really good job of keeping the line of communication open. I feel that Dustin and I and other people have told
Yeah.
us that we do a good job of hearing the criticisms, even when it's directed right at us, and taking it and adjusting.
Constructive criticism.
You gotta take that criticism sometimes, because it makes you a better person. It makes you a
Mhm.
better leader and everything too.
Yep.
And
How
you
do
gotta
you
hear.
take? Oh, go ahead, Nick. I'm sorry.
No, you just gotta hear people out. Not everybody's gonna agree to everything that goes on.
Yep.
So
Can't
go
make
ahead, Nick.
What
everybody happy.
what formula do you have when the criticism's not so constructive, but it's still there? How do you take that and still keep a positive mindset to,
Oh
you know?
gosh, man, I streamline it. So what I mean by that is I put my own helmet on and I go right to the problem. Because I feel, well, and I've learned this of running construction my entire life. Wandering mind's a bad mind, right? So if that person's not getting addressed, obviously that person wants the attention. Well, I'm going to give you the attention, and I'm going to keep it positive, and I'm going to keep it straight to the point. No matter how negative you want this to be, we're still going to be positive about it. And I feel like that's huge for us running the organization is don't let that just ponder and ponder. You hear about it, you go to it. And if they want to have the conversation, they're going to talk. If they don't, no, I'm good. Okay. And
Well,
that's it.
I think one thing people really have a hard time with is sometimes I'm gonna do shit wrong. It's gonna be my fault that
Mhm.
something went sideways, and I work really hard on making sure that I always remember that I can be wrong and I can be at fault and still be a good person. It doesn't mean we have to fight just because I made the wrong choice. And one of us doesn't have to be like bigger or better. Like if I'm wrong, then I'm wrong and I'm sorry and I'll do what I can to fix it. But
Right.
at the end of the day, you're going to be wrong sometimes too. This is just how things go.
Yeah. And I feel like we're
People,
doing a good
people
job of
work
that.
so hard to not be wrong, to not be the one at the end of the fault line there. Like who's the blame on? I'll take the blame. If
Yeah.
it was me, it's mine.
Yeah. And I feel like we've done a good job of that because we've had multiple parents come up to us and tell us that you guys, your communication's great, and I think that's all they really want is if a parent's screaming, not screaming, but like
You want
being
me-
loud and be heard. All right, well, you're heard. What do you want to talk about? Let's talk about it. And that's very, very key to it.
Mhm.
Wi-
Absolutely. That's
Winding down now. we normally talk about food at the end. So
Oh yeah, because
uh,
I'm hungry.
Yeah,
so, yeah. Well,
we came straight
we
from
won't keep you much longer.
No worries, man.
What 3 restaurants? And it's got to be mom and pop. So because we listen, we love some of our chain restaurants, but
Oh yeah.
gotta be mom and pop. So give us 3. The missus can chime in too if she's got.
You're talking about
3
down here?
Yeah, your
Wherever,
3 top.
wherever.
You go
But
first.
you know we got to do ours at the pub.
Yeah, so we own a restaurant, McGregor's Irish Pub. Go and check it out. It's in Bell Tower. So
Okay.
it's a mom and
Okay.
pop's place, and you know that the owners have kids because the menu's built off of late night hangover remedies and kids food, dino
Okay.
nuggets, and real good cuisine Irish food. So
Kids meal comes with goldfish and gummies
Yep.
automatically.
so go check it out if you're down in Southwest Florida. What's your you want to go first? You want me to? Because I already got them.
I would say the pub, obviously, and
Yeah.
then I would shout out Fat Cats.
Oh,
Good
call.
And then probably Max. I love Max.
Tell everybody about Fat Cats.
All right, yeah, you got to give them a little because they're gonna
Yeah,
their mouth's gonna start watering.
I mean, you gotta explain where they're at.
That's
and-
So,
actually a small
Just give us a
little
bit.
family-owned place.
First of all, shout out to Greg and Krista who own Fat Cats. They're huge football fans, so
Wonderful, absolutely
wonderful people. Yep.
Everything's made in house. It's a scratch kitchen. They're baking their brioche buns every day. I mean, absolutely every single thing is made in house. If there's a sauce on your sandwich, they made it. It's burgers. It's sandwiches. The French fries are hand cut in house. I mean, everything's made in house.
That's what I'm talking about right there.
Yeah, and they have a secret sauce called White Hot,
Oh, it's so
and
good.
it is like a ranch spicy.
It's not. It
Oh.
doesn't taste like ranch, but it's a white sauce.
I always say this every time I put it in my mouth. Oh man, make your tongue slap your eyes out.
It's so good.
It is fire. And what's your third?
When I come catch the game now, I'm gonna need you to,
Oh, we're going
Okay.
there. Oh,
Okay.
yeah.
Yours.
You better be ready to fall asleep after you leave that place.
Okay. I'm
Alright.
with you.
The pub is also a scratch kitchen.
Yeah, the
Irish
pub. Pub is Irish Scratch Kitchen, and that menu was literally built off of things we have created in the kitchen 2-3 o'clock in the morning, and it's been put with a 5-star twist on it.
It's so good.
So it's excellent.
2 ounces. Thank you.
Mine would be the pub, obviously. And I was gonna say Fat Cats because I love Fat Cats. But my third would be Hog Bodies.
Oh God.
Hog Bodies, okay, holds a special place in my heart,
Oh, yeah.
nostalgia wise. It is not a place that the health inspector goes to and be like, yeah, I'm gonna keep this place open.
That's
Probably not.
really-
Hey, Hog Bodies, they love when people talk about them like that. Love that place. It's a little hole in the wall diner, okay, off of Bayshore.
Mhm.
Yep, Bayshore Road. And they have maybe 50 different kinds of chicken wing flavors.
It's a wing spot.
Listen,
They
that
used to
was-
do 50-cent wings on Tuesdays.
Yeah, and they run specials on Tuesdays, and it's like $1 pitcher, whatever, and 50-cent wings, and you can get
Okay.
any flavor. But man, the wings are big, they're crispy, and they come with any flavor you want.
What's your go-to sauce on that?
Florida orange.
I knew you were gonna
Okay.
say that.
Oh yeah,
Florida-
baby, Florida orange.
Hmm.
Oh yeah, my mouth is on fire right
Their
now.
honey mustard. Oh, and you know Brooks is another good place.
Yeah, but they gave us 3.
I know.
You're not. Don't go over it now.
We like to eat. We're
Don't
never
get
home,
greedy.
so we eat a lot.
Listen, if you got an honorable mention, that's fine too.
Yeah.
Listen, we love our mom and pop places and everything. Listen, there's a question that I try to always ask. And you got anything else before I go ahead and ask the ending of? No, you good?
No, I think it was great, man. It was good to catch up with my guy, and like we said, we're gonna have them on again.
Yes, we will.
Yeah.
Yep.
Look forward to it, bro. It's really good to catch up, man. I appreciate you.
Listen,
yes, sir. Appreciate you guys coming on.
I got a question. What 3 things you're thankful for before you leave?
Okay.
Football related or in general?
No, in
Just
general.
in general. In general.
Want me to go first?
Yeah, you can go.
I woke up this morning. I have healthy kids. I have a healthy wife. 3 things.
That's 2 things.
Healthy.
think
I
health-
woke up.
Healthy family counts as 1.
No, I woke up. I got healthy kids and then healthy wife. That's 3,
it,
baby. That's 3, baby.
Yeah,
I think
sir.
that's technically cheating.
That's not cheating.
What's your
That's
3?
winning. That's
What's your
winning
3?
right there.
Yeah. We got life figured out, man.
Well, I would
Hey.
pick those 2, especially healthy children. I'm very thankful that Dustin works as hard as he does, and I'm able to stay home with my children and be fully involved in every aspect of their learning and everything that they do.
Mhm.
I love that.
Shout out my dog, Dustin, Big D. Yes, sir.
I swipe my card and it doesn't get declined. I'm very thankful for that. I love everything about that.
Hell yeah. The goals, baby.
Listen, we
and-
appreciate you guys on. Thanks for coming on. Listen,
Thanks for having us, man.
we look forward to seeing you guys again, and just keep us posted whenever you want to come on to promote anything. Just let us know.
Yeah, absolutely. After Friday, definitely want to talk about that because that's huge for us for sure. And then
Okay.
everybody check us out: Facebook, Calusa Reapers, Instagram, Calusa Reapers, and please go check out
Drop the
Casey's
website again. Drop the
Casey-
website again.
CalusaReapers.com. Casey Tarvin is a madman on that thing. Please go check it out.
Send me the stuff on Messenger, and I will share it on my page. And then do me a solid and share our podcast and everything. Me and Ant want to be on ESPN one day, maybe.
Oh yeah, baby. I hope to see you on there, man. That'd be great.
So
Hey, I mean, I thought I had a chance till I heard your wife talking, and now I'm just gonna go back to teaching 3-point stances, coach. I'm gonna stay where I'm good
Hey,
at.
you let me run your website. You'll be just
Hey
fine.
Ollie, hold on 1 second before you hang up. Hold on, Aunt Ollie. Hey, come here, buddy.
she's gonna be on Shark Tank.
Oh,
She'll be
dude,
selling
that's
that-
No,
Nate.
I'm not. No.
Hey, say what's
I'm
up.
busy enough.
Say what's up to Coach Ant.
What's up?
Right
What's
there,
up, Ollie?
What's up?
Can you
What's
see
up,
him?
big dog? How you doing?
Good.
baby. Always in his
Okay,
Reaper
okay.
gear.
How you
Yeah.
liking spring football?
Good.
Okay. You ready to hit somebody this year?
Yeah.
Okay, now you remember how far you drove to the game
Oh,
last
yeah.
year, right? Now this year I gotta
You know,
drive
oh,
all the way
he
down to
was
come
sleeping.
watch you. I gotta drive all the way down to come
Oh,
watch
boy.
you. So when I come, you gotta put that helmet on somebody, okay?
Ooh. Hey, I want to
Okay.
hear those pads clicking all the way across the field.
Yes, sir.
All right. We're
Yes,
gonna make
sir.
that happen.
I want to see some.
then go to Fat Cat. Oh, hit stick. Oh,
hit stick
Oh.
videos.
oh yeah.
Ollie's a
Yeah.
playmaker.
Hey,
though.
he get. Yeah,
Ollie'll
he's
do
a.
something.
Oh, yeah.
Ollie'll do something.
He's your clutch. Yeah, show us that end zone. Let me see.
Oh, the Grady?
No,
No.
do your hit stick dance. There you go. Oh, Cam.
Oh,
He
yeah.
likes that because he's
Yeah,
a Miami
like
fan.
that one.
That's my boy. I ain't gonna say nothing, baby.
Hey man, he got to take it. He loves it. Right over top.
Okay.
He's hitting. He knows where to watch. Watch them hips and drive, baby. It's gonna happen.
Oh, snap.
Right?
Ollie's a real good kid. Hey, it's nice to talk to you, okay, baby?
Okay.
See ya. All right. Well,
Y'all-
I'll message you guys here with some stuff, and I'll share your link for sure, man. I appreciate y'all.
Thank you.
All right, coach. You have a good night.
You too, guys. Take care. Bye.
All right, Ant. Well, hey, that was a good show, man. Listen, we're gonna end this right now. Hey, man. Looking forward to the next show on Thursday, and like I said, man, it's happening. We're making a lot of people happy, and I feel like we got a good thing going. So I appreciate you, my brother. All right.
Yep. Y'all have a good night.
Hey, you have a good night too. Peace.